Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we have set up, play and review the game Who Did It, also known as Krasse Kacke. Okay, so this is a game for 3 to 6 players. It's a family weight game, 5 to 15 minutes, and it's a dexterity meets memory game, I guess I would put it as, and I think they combine it fantastically well. You may have already seen my unboxing teaser trailer video. In that instance, it already was a review as well. This is the German copy. It's been hard to get in the UK English language for many years. I have played it before many times in the English language though. So here the game is about not doing 3 poos. We are in charge of different animals, all of the same colour, and what we're trying to do is, yes, we may be taking some animals, but the plan is not to take them. There can be multiple winners, and what we'll be doing is, depending on who you want to be, if you want to be the yellow or whoever, you're going to take that colour. So let me just sort these out whilst I'm doing this. Please ensure you hit the thumbs up button in YouTube, wherever else you're also watching it as well as in YouTube. Also, please comment on YouTube ideally so everyone else can see it. Also, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll see more videos coming, and there have been daily videos for 3 years. Aside from that, via the description, you can support the channel via YouTube and also via Patreon and via Instagram. There's also 2,500 posts, so please follow along there. I want to put away some of these for the time being just to show you some examples and maybe to not go colourblind. Hopefully we'll go with these 3. Last name being lavender, I'll go with purple. So someone is going to start off, typically the youngest player, and what they're going to say is, oh, it wasn't my animal that did the poo, it was the cat. And then everybody else is, and then they're going to say it wasn't my animal, it did the cat. And then everyone else is going to say, all right, they've got to find a cat. So they say it wasn't the cat that did the poo, it was the rabbit. Now they won't play the rabbit, but everyone else is going to look through their decks and find the rabbit. So here's a rabbit. I'll say, it wasn't the rabbit that did the poo, it was the tortoise. And we've all got the same cards. So we have a parrot, we have a rabbit, a fish, a tortoise, obviously that hamster, and that final one I played initially, I think it was a cat. I say I think it was because you're going to start to forget. So I might say whatever I said. Let's just say it was the tortoise. Okay, and this person's then going to say, oh, but it was a rabbit. And then this person plays the rabbit, and they might say it wasn't the rabbit, it was a rabbit. So they can say another rabbit. So do I have a rabbit? I don't. Does this person still have a rabbit left? They do. So they say it wasn't the rabbit, it was the fish. Now they've got a fish, but they don't know if everyone else has got a fish necessarily. They say it wasn't a fish, it was the hamster. So do we have a hamster? We do have a hamster. It wasn't the hamster, it was a tortoise. So is there a tortoise left in these other 2 piles? There is. So they're going to play this all at the same time. It's a real-time game. It's going to go in the playlist under real-time. It's going to go my Pick the Spieler playlist, the Set Up Play and Review playlist, the AmassGames playlist, amongst many others. And now they're going to say, yeah, it was the fish, let's say. So the fish, it wasn't the fish, it was the tortoise. So are there any tortoises left? There is. They're going to say it wasn't the tortoise, it was the hamster. Is there any hamster? Oh, there is still a hamster left. It wasn't the hamster, it was the rabbit. Now, as you can see, there are no rabbits left. This person obviously blamed it on someone, but it wasn't there, so obviously it was that rabbit. Yellow team is going to take 1 poo. And remember, 3 poos and the game's over. There is only 1 loser in this instance, and like I said, get 3 and lose the game. However, if this person had said, I don't know, it was the parrot, and they play the parrot, and they might say, oh, who's got a parrot? Now, these both happen to have a parrot, so they play the parrot, they play their final card. If you play the final card, everybody else gets a poo. So in this case, it'd be purple and it would be blue. So, like I said, it's a memory game. You're trying to get rid of your cards, but you're also going to try and remember what has been played. And I think that works very, very well. I think it's a great idea. I think it's difficult to explain maybe for some people to get initially, just verbally, but trying to show you this, that, you know, if they know that they've got 1 card left, can they remember it's a rabbit or a parrot or something? You typically can't. And I've never seen anyone be able to do that successfully. So I don't think there's any card counting. There could be some card counting, but you're spending so long trying to memorize it that everyone else is playing out cards. And like I said, first to 3 and you've lost. And it turned out that we all happened to have 2 at one point. The person who was the youngest player went, oh, here we go, we'll help you, we can see what card you need. And then they said, oh, who's got a fish? And we didn't have a fish. So then they lost because, of course, they took that 3rd poo. Like I said, I think it's great. There are lots of different versions in terms of the size of the cards. I do have some kangaroo promo cards. Unfortunately, they won't work with these massive cards, which these massive cards are effective. They weren't battered or bashed by a 7-year-old, so that is good to know. It kind of passed that diligence test, that kind of quality control. And obviously there's no shuffling, you just need to arrange your cards at the end. At the end of each round, obviously give you everyone's their cards back and go again. So you can play as a 6, you can play with triangular cards, you can play it with a poo kind of small cloth bag instead. But I think playing with square cards, obviously this square box is very handy with all my other boxes I've got this size, and I've got 80 odds, so that's very effective. So that is Krasse Kacke, or Who Did It? This is initially by Blue Orange, now by Spiele. And of course, this is for the German market, but yeah, you can find this in multiple markets. I think it's, like I said, 8 out of 10, highly above average for me, and I think it's a lot of fun. I love just whipping it out when there are 3 people around at least. So this is Krasse Kacke, Who Did It? Like I said, handy when there's at least 3 of you, and it's a great filler game. So thanks for watching, back to the table.